Today, let's talk about building a bridge that connects two massive opportunities, the incredible supply of American automobiles and the powerful ambition of the Nigerian market. For way too long, these two worlds, which represent just a colossal economic potential, have been kept apart by one single thing, a deep, damaging lack of trust. To really get the scale of this, you have to start with this number. The vehicle import market between the US and Nigeria is worth an incredible $2.5 billion every single year. That's not just a market, That is a powerful economic engine, one that could be fueling growth on two different continents. But here's the staggering statistic that brings that whole engine to a screeching halt. Get this. An estimated 95% of those transactions are hit with crippling failures, or even worse, outright fraud. Just think about that for a second. 19 out of every 20 attempts to connect end in disaster. It's a massive systemic breakdown. And these numbers, they don't just represent some abstract market failure. No, they represent a trail of broken promises. This isn't about economics on a spreadsheet. It's about the very real, very painful impact on people's lives, on their savings, and on their dreams. Picture a surgeon in Lagos. She needs a reliable car for those life-saving, middle-of-the-night calls. Or think about an entrepreneur in Abuja who's trying to build a logistics company, and his entire business hinges on getting a trustworthy truck. They look to the US for quality, right? They're investing their hard-earned money to build a better future. But what do they find instead? They find themselves staring at this metaphorical ocean. An ocean just filled with unprofessional middlemen, with cars that don't even exist, and this constant draining uncertainty. Their ambition isn't met with opportunity, it's met with a system that feels like it was designed to exploit them. So it begs the question, a really fundamental one. When trust has been completely shattered, how do you even begin to repair a market this broken? Where do you possibly start when the very foundation is cracked? Well, here's the answer. You don't just launch another company to compete in the middle of all that chaos. You have to step back. And you build the professional infrastructure that was missing in the first place. You build a bridge of trust right over that ocean of uncertainty. So, how is this bridge actually constructed? It really stands on four essential pillars. First, and this is absolutely critical, every single transaction is protected by a US legal framework. That immediately takes the buyer's risk off the table. Second, technology is used to give you total end-to-end transparency. Third, it's all about partnerships with only professional vetted dealers in the States. And finally, it's about guaranteeing a culture of service excellence from that very first phone call to the moment the vehicle is delivered in Nigeria. And listen, this isn't just some idea on a whiteboard. It's being executed by a dedicated team of cross-functional experts. They're strategically positioned across both the US and Nigeria, so they understand the nuances of both markets inside and out. Now this right here, this is the absolute game changer. Every single transaction is shielded by US commercial law. For a buyer in Nigeria, that one factor completely redefines what safety and security mean. It means there's accountability, it means there is recourse, and for the very first time, it means there is genuine peace of mind. And this whole process? It's driven by a really robust technology stack. This gives clients their own portal where they can track the entire journey of their vehicle, from the US dealership lot all the way to the Nigerian port, with complete verifiable clarity. The black box is finally gone. Ultimately, this whole story is about more than just cars and logistics. It's about restoring something that has been missing from this market for far, far too long, the ability to do business with dignity. The mission then becomes incredibly clear and just so powerful. This isn't just about stopping scams. It is about fundamentally professionalizing an entire industry. And by doing that, it's about treating African customers like the premium global clients they have always been. So, a professional bridge has now been built where there was once only an ocean of uncertainty. It really proves that the biggest barriers to global trade aren't always tariffs or logistics. Sometimes it's just trust. And it kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? How many other multi-billion-dollar markets are just one bridge of trust away from unlocking their true potential?